in and out of traffic. You see your brother on the horn, respect the passions. Whether they outlaws or outcasts. Big sales top 5 when you in traffic. Ride your ride, mind your business, stay in your own lane. Respect others and accept the game. Spread black love the old-fashioned way. You miss the West with the South, this a master pass. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Sound in your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Sound on your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Sound in your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Sound on your radio.
Again, appreciate y'all, man. I love you guys. Thank you for the calls. Thank you for the donations.
No doubt.
Don't forget, man, support the channel, support the platform. I need you. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. And again, man, I love you guys. Don't forget the 5 things I'm gonna leave you with. Ride your own ride, stay in your own lane, mind your business. Have enough love in yourself to have some love for me. We're gonna ride for love and let it ride, man. We gone, man. Gone, man.
Sound in your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Sound on your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Sound in your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Sound on your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Sound in your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Sound on your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Sound in your radio. F-H-O, F-H-O, F-H-O. Sound on your radio.
What's up, Big Sale? This is your boy Passionate from the Light Ministry Bible Church from Los Angeles, California. When we're not riding, we listen to FHO Podcast Radio.
What up, y'all? This Big Punch from the motherfucking candy shop. We chilling over here with Big Sale, man, the FHONICKEMMY, man. You know what I mean? All them alphabets, man. They got all that shit going. Holla.
Yo, man, it's your boy Big Sarge from Florida Chapter Soul Brothers, man. Y'all know how I get in. I'm always listening to my man Big Sale from FHO Podcast Radio. He keep it motorcycling.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Hey, cocksucker. Yeah, you. Knock it off. Sit your ass down.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
You think we playing?
And I ain't playing no.
You better listen up.
It's the FHO Live Podcast, where the truth will be told. We promise you that.
All right, what it do, man? What's happening, man? It's been a minute. I've been busy. I've been in Chicago and Ohio and back, and Pop's birthday yesterday, and my daughter got married Sunday. Pop's birthday was yesterday, and Saturday we had some other stuff going on, and it's been one hell of a week for FHO, man. But I'm here. I wanted to bring you guys this subject. This subject was on my mind, my heart, my soul. Hey, man, listen. Let me say this right now. Shout out to the entire bike set of Atlanta, Georgia, man, for bringing back the fun. My man Tebow. With his janky ass report, and that is one of the most jankiest reporters of all time. If you read anything that he say, don't believe shit, not nan. Even if he tell you who won, don't believe it. You feel what I'm saying? My girl Keisha Dixon for doing her part. Me, Savage, everybody, Street King Motorsports, my boy Torch. It's a bunch of people in there. Now my man, he claiming he the new bully. My man Dirty. So anyway, we've been having fun out here on the racetrack, man. And right now, man, let me right now, this is for pound. Fuck y'all. Yeah, fuck pound for pound, Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? With that bullshit, we're gonna knock you motherfuckers off once and for all, and we're gonna be done with y'all. Seriously, we're going to be done with y'all. We ain't, you know what I'm saying, it's over with for pound for pound. Hubba bubba, fat ass, and all of the rest of that. But anyway, just wanted to get that out the way, man, because we've been down here doing some racing, man, on these Harleys, having a ball, bringing the fun back, man. So shout out to everybody that's involved in that. Shout out to everybody that's getting down with that, man. My man Smoke doing his thing, talking shit, Snowman, everybody. JT over there, House of Hogs. So that's what we're doing right here in Atlanta, man. So I want to get that out because it goes down any given Sunday. Is somebody getting their head knocked off or whatever, man. Me personally, I'm running strong. My bike is strong. I'm getting better at trying to learn how to work my clutch hand and get this shit out my ass from from when I scared the shit out of me. You feel what I'm saying? I still got shit on this head I'm trying to wipe off, but I'm getting there, man. Getting better, man. So shout out to us for that, man, for having some fun. Say, man, we talking about election day, man. I hope everybody went out and voted. You know, I know some of my OGs, man, voting don't make no difference, and it might not. To be honest, it might not, but still, you have a right, you have a freedom that you can enact. So this is a good time to enact, to go out and vote, man, and vote for whoever. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. You know what I'm saying? It's personally and totally up to you. So again, but it is important that you do go vote and believe in voting and understand what the whole process was. You know, we always want to bring up the past, the people that got killed when we couldn't vote, the blacks that went through this and this and that, and that's true. You know, white folks have been some cold motherfuckers from day one. Not all white folks, but some white folks have been some cold motherfuckers from day one. And I know people say you can't say that on your show. I can say whatever I want to say on my show. And it is what it is, man, when it comes to my show. So that's what it is, man. So today, we're going to be talking about voting. But we're going to be talking about voting in the MC. I get so many calls every day from people telling me, you know, the issues and the problems with the president and the vice president and the sergeant at arms, and, you know, they doing this and they doing that and they doing this and they doing, you know, just different shit going on here and there. And the number one question I ask them is, why y'all don't just vote them out? Y'all don't have it in the bylaws where y'all can vote them out, because a lot of people don't understand that the president and or vice president has no power, that the club has the power. The regular members, you as a regular member, when you team up with the body, have more power than your national board, your presidents, vice presidents, and all that. But we're going to talk about today the power of voting and to understand what it is to vote and to understand what your vote means when you're voting. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of you guys are just voting just to be, you know, sometimes you're voting just to be voting. And a lot of y'all now are even voting just because somebody telling you to vote, or because you want the sticker to be on Facebook, or you do not want to not have the sticker. Somebody actually did you vote, you know, whatever it may be. But we're gonna break it down, man. We're gonna break down the importance of voting, especially in the MC, and what does it mean. You know, what you know, you fought to earn the right to vote, and now that you have the right to vote, make sure that your vote counts and make sure that you're voting with complete and total understanding of what it is to be a voter. Period, point blank, hands down. And these things are important. A lot of these things are being missed. So I'm going to try to talk about that today, man, and try to bring that to you guys, you know, head on today and see where we can go with this. Don't forget the phone lines are always open, 424-242-2355. We're going to get into it. And to all of my people, say, damn, Sel, your intro is just so long. It is. But it gives people time to get on and for the notifications to go out. And to stay on top of a lot of different things. So if you didn't know that, now you know. So that's what that's all about. And again, I know it's midday, and I know a lot of people probably are not going to be on here today, and I'm not worried about that. I don't never do anything based on the numbers of who is or who isn't listening. So that is a given right there. But we're on today. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to try to get this thing done and wrapped up, and it is what it is. All right, so let's get this thing started, man.
The Chosen.
Yo, test it 1 2, test it 1 2.
Let's go.
Bird Street in the building. I'm riding with my homie Big Sel. FHO Radio, the podcast with the FHO NIC. Big Sel, Lil Debo, aka the Brown Eminem. Coast to coast. On the mics. Fast Harley's only. Get with it.
Say, man, shout out to my entire FHO crew in the building. We in this joint, man. We don't play no games, man. FHO We live and live in color, man. Them cats went to mile marker zero. Had about 7-8 FHOs on the ground last week going to mile marker zero. And they had a ball, man. Shout out to them for doing all of that, man, and hanging out. So today we're talking about voting in the MC. You know, first off, let's break this shit down. Do a lot of you guys know what it takes to be the president of the United States? I'm gonna start with that right now. I'm gonna start with that right now. Hold on, let me show you. I saved this just for you guys because I know y'all was gonna be saying blah, 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 but I'm gonna use this as an example. Where's my gallery at? I just saved it to my gallery. What does it take to be the president of the United States? So now we're gonna parlay this into the MC because everything I'm talking about life, real life, and MC, which is real life. So we're gonna parlay this. According to the U.S. Constitution, requirements for presidential candidates, the president must be a natural-born citizen of the United States, must be at least 35 years old, and must have been a resident of the United States for 14 years. Anyone who meets these requirements can declare their candidacy for president. 3 things. Be a natural-born citizen of the United States, at least 35 years old, and have 14 years as a United States citizen. Let's break that down to the MC. In order to be a president of an MC, first off, you must come from the MC. Meaning that you got to be an MC. Now, if we just now starting off, we're going to create this thing, the founders, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to pick the best man for the job. But the president has to come from inside the MC, number 1. Number 2, he should be of a certain age. The reason why your president should be of a certain age in the MC is because maturity. You got a 21-year-old president, 25-year-old president, then most likely you got you a young Thundercat as a president. And therefore, anytime anything is said, done, or whatever, fucked up or appears to be fucked up, then y'all going to be fucked up because he going to be out there fucking it up. Maturity. That's just a sign of maturity, though, 35 years old. I'm not telling you what age that your president should be. And a shout out to a lot of these young presidents. I met my man in Detroit. In my wife's at my daughter's wedding this weekend. I met my man at my daughter's wedding this weekend. He's the president of an MC, one of the old school's MC. He's the youngest president they've ever had. And I simply told him, brother, you got a lot of responsibility on your shoulder because you're going to be fighting against a system that's been set in stone. I think the MC damn near 50, 60 years old. And he's the youngest president that they've ever had. And just told him, hang in there, fight the good fight. If you were elected president, then apparently people believe in you. Okay, so just hold on to that. But your president should be of a mature age, an age mature enough. And it should show. Just because a motherfucker 40 don't mean he mature. We all know a whole bunch of dumb old motherfuckers. We all know a bunch of motherfuckers be like, how in the fuck did you get this old? As a complete dummy. So we all know that. But we all got a bunch of people like that. It just is what it is. But he should be of age maturity-wise, not age number-wise. And he should be in the MC and have been in the MC for at least some time. Some people say, this is just big sale. In order to be a president of an MC, you should have at least no less than 5 years in the MC. You got to give me at least 5 years of dedicated, on time, on the ground, dues paid current, and, discipline record decent. I ain't going to say you can't have no disciplinary because we all know that, every meeting is a damn, ding, 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 is a Roy Jones Jr. fight or something, a Floyd Money Mayweather fight. Every meeting turns into a Floyd Money Mayweather fight, you know what I'm talking about? But at least a decent discipline track history. In other words, his discipline should be intact. It ain't a person that's always suspended, that's always in trouble, and he should be a morally ethical person. He should be somebody that you can trust with your life because that's what he has in his hands is your life. That's what he has in his hands. So we're talking about voting for the president of MC. I'm going to hit y'all with this. We're going to start off with this right here. Just imagine if the president of the United States was the president of your MC right now. The only problem, and I probably shouldn't say this because I know people are going to probably be pissed off with me, but really one of the only problems that I got with Donald Trump, is how he represents us, the United States. And I know he said, oh, well, say we black, we ain't got nothing to do with the United States. Them the white folk. Yeah, I hear you. But to all other countries that look at the United States as the leader, as the innovators, as the, whoever they say we were supposed to be, for him to be the face of the United States, to me, is the most fucked up shit about his presidency. Hey, when you get into a certain position, you have to start acting accordingly. And those are the things to me that are not being met from this president. You feel what I'm saying? Again, I'm not going to get into all the politics about what he done or didn't do and all that. All that shit is irrelevant to me. But it's just how he presents himself to the world on our behalf, on the behalf of a United States citizen, which all of you guys are. Whether whether we've been mistreated or not, we're still United States. We might be the lowest on the totem pole, but a lot of that got to do with us as well too. We got to tighten up our own game. You feel me? But again, different story for different days. So we're talking about president. It's time for elections in the MC. Before you can vote, there are a few things that should be considered. Okay? There are a few things that should be considered. Let me text this. I know y'all got to get straight. Before you can vote as a member of an MC or as a citizen of the United States, number one, you have to be in good standings. You have to be in good standings. What does that mean, Sal? What does being in good standings mean? It means that you are a dues-paying citizen. Your dues are paid. They're paid up. You've been a participant in the MC, meaning that you ride your bike, you show up for events, you show up to the clubhouse to help clean up, and you should be of a moral and ethics. It shouldn't be no question about your brotherhood or sisterhood in the MC. This is before you can vote. These are the things that should be considered before you can vote. Because see, what's going on right now in a lot of the MCs and the phone calls that I get, and even when I was in the MC, what's going on is you got people showing up on election day, on vote day, based on a phone call. Hey, bro, I really need you to come to the meeting. I know you ain't been to the meeting in 6-7 months, but I really need you to come to the meeting, man, because they voting, and I know, I need your vote. Okay, I'm gonna show up to the meeting. This brother ain't been here. He on the roster barely. I mean, they call his name or whatever. I have never seen him. I don't see him on his motorcycle. He don't participate in no events. He don't come around. He don't hang out. He don't clean up he don't do none of that. But here it is election day, and it's time to vote in the president. You feel what I'm saying? Here it is. He's here to vote. I'm a member, and I want to vote. I'm gonna catch up current on my dues right now. How much over my dues? Here, I'm gonna pay that right now so I can vote. So understand that you must be in good standings with the MC, and that can be several different things. I gave you some examples of being in good standings with the MC. But what you can't be, and what should not happen, what you can't be and what should not happen is an absentee voter. Not in the MC. Absentee voting in the MC don't work. Mail-in ballots in the MC don't work. I'm gonna send my vote by my homeboy because I can't be there. Because if you miss elections, at 9 times out of 10, you done miss several meetings, you done miss several decision-making, things for the MC. You done miss several activities. You done miss several rides. You done did a couple of things, in the MC that you done missed. That now you're trying to, you're trying to see, hey man, send my vote for Big Sale. I'm gonna text it to you so that they can see that I sent it to you. What should not be able to happen in the MC is an absentee ballot or a vote by mail. In order to vote in the MC, you have to 1,000% be fully active and involved in the MC. Put it like this. What if, I want you to think about this right now. I'm going to hit y'all with this right now. I'm going to open up your mind, elevate you. What if you could only vote for the president by miles? In other words, you had to have at least, I'm just going to say FHO, you had to have at least 8,000 miles minimum a year to vote. How many people will be able to vote in your MC? In order to run for president, you have to have at least 15,000 miles on the ground or better in order to run for president of the MC, or in order to run for office or period, but at least president. How many of y'all would make it? How many of y'all would be able to vote? See, because understand this. One thing about being on the ground and one thing about putting down miles. 1 second, let me see if this.
Call from Cameo, down in dirt.
Cameo, you calling to be on the show?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. All right, caller, state your name. Where you calling from?
Cameo from the DMV.
What you got, Cam?
I got one even better for you. Great show, by the way, but I got one even better for you.
What you got?
How about that whoever you nominate or whoever accepts a nomination or anything like that, that before you take a vote, that particular person has to stand up in front of the entire club and tell them what direction they want to take the club if nominated. Instead of having little cliques and all that kind of shit where you vote on a person just by popularity, right? You have that person stand up in front and you can ask them anything you want, any question you want about the direction of where they want to take the club.
I mean, I'm going to get into that, but you're definitely saying some right shit, and I'm going to get into that because understand this. Before elections, and because I haven't got to that part yet, so you kind of jumped the gun on that, but before elections, even in the motorcycle club, there should be campaigns. You understand what I'm saying? There should be campaigns. There should be...
Oh, no. Hold there. You can't do that now because, see, they don't like to tip their hand like that.
It don't matter. Because let me get into it. Let me get into it. I appreciate the call, but let me get into it. Okay. I don't want to get sidetracked. Okay. All right. That's my man Cameo. That's my man Cameo. Appreciate the call, sir. All right. Let me say this. So, what if you could not vote if you didn't have the proper miles? Let's say 8,000 miles a year on the ground, and you couldn't run for president if you didn't have at least 15,000 miles on the ground. How many of your members would be able to vote? How many of your members would be able to run for? Would y'all even have some of y'all clubs probably wouldn't even have a president. 15,000 miles a year on the ground? Yeah, some of y'all clubs just fold up. Probably just fold up. But these are just scenarios. The reason why I say that before my man Cameo called, the reason why I say that is because understand this. If a person is on the ground, out there putting it down, rocking your vest, going different places, making alliances, making, friends and, the whole 9 yards and making connections and etc., then this is the type of example, and these are the things that a leader, that a president is going to need. As a president, you're going to need to know people. You're going to need to be able to direct your members. If, hey, Pres, we going to Miami. Okay, if y'all going to Miami, man, you want to take 95, go down to whoop, wop, wop, and you can stay this, because you done been there. So because I done been there, I can show you the way to go. What up, my man DJ Dirty in the building? Happy belated, again, more birthday to you. He celebrated his birthday last week. So as a president and as a leader, you can help direct where to go, how to get there, what to know, and, who to look out for, and who to call, and who to do this, and who to do that. You know what I'm saying? By being on the ground, that's how you become a leader. That's how you become president material. If you got a president that don't ride his motorcycle, then how in the fuck can he lead a motorcycle club? You and I don't want to step on nobody's toes, but it's gonna be inevitable. I ain't gonna have I can't help, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You can't be a president with no miles. And as a president, damn near you should have the most miles every year. As a president. Damn near. I'm not saying it's mandatory, but I'm just saying, as a president, you shot the most miles. Because that means you're a ride, motherfucker. And examples are set by the president. So, if running or being able to vote was based on mileage, would you make it to vote? Now, also, before you vote, what's your participation in the club? Do you know the members? Yeah, do you know the bylaws? You know, what have you done? What have you done to earn the right to vote besides past the prospecting period, which I call the acting period? Besides, acting, because that's what most of y'all do. Y'all play whatever role you got to play to get that patch. And then once you get that patch, it's good riddance. And then now I'm my own man. And you can't tell me what to do. I'm a grown man. Fuck that. But when you prospecting to get in the club, motherfucker tell you to ride from here to the moon. You jump on the bar, you jump on, look for whatever freeway get you to the moon. But as soon as you get them colors, man, shit, I ain't doing none of that shit. Woo, 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 woo. So anyway, when you prospecting, acting, while you're acting, while you're, on probation and all the rest of the different things, your representative is represent, because it ain't you, it's your representative. Like, man, I can't stand these motherfuckers. But how you doing, Fred? Anything you need me to do? That's the representative. You know what I'm saying? That's who you meeting as the representative. Okay. After that part, what have you done? When a club brother, when somebody mention your name, hey bro, hey how my man Trigger doing? Trigger, yeah, y'all club man. You from Atlanta, right? Yeah, I'm from Atlanta. Yeah, Trigger in Atlanta chapter. Damn, I don't know no Trigger. Man, he got the red bike with the handlebars on it. Shit, bro, I don't even know, but he straight though. He straight. Trigger ain't even did shit to be recognized. Trigger ain't even had a trigger pulled or pulled a trigger. You understand me? These are the things that I'm talking about. What is your contribution? Besides having the patch, what gives you the right to vote? Besides having a patch, what gives you the right to vote? Do you know the bylaws? Do you even know what the club was founded on? Do you understand what the founders came together and created? Do you know what the founders created? Do you understand the code, the creed, the ethical law, all that? Do you even have any of that? What direction are we going in? These are the things. Shout out to my man Drew Reed for that donation. Appreciate you, brother, for that. These are the things that as a voter, in order, before you can vote, these are the things that you should be able, that have to be answered first. Before you can vote, before you go to sit down there and vote, these are the things that should be answered. What contributions have you made? We don't even know you, bro. I don't even know you. They said, man, I ran into a brother the other day. Hey, man, your boy, we ride with FHO. No, he don't ride with FHO. Man, he do. Then he showed me the picture. Damn, he got an FHO vest on. I'm not saying that this happened, because I know all mine. But I'm just saying, then he showed, oh, that's so-and-so. Oh, yeah. He good people. We ain't seen good, we ain't seen him. You know what I'm saying? But different things and responsibilities that you have as a voter. You owe this to the MC, to the nation, to make an adequate vote, to have knowledge. Now, the other thing you got to have as a voter is to be able to stand on your principle. Not my principle, not your club brother principle, but to be able to stand on your principle. Do you understand what I mean by that? What I'm saying is this, is that whatever you need a man or a person, or females, ladies as well, to have in order to have your approval or your vote or whatever, then that's what he needs to have. In other words, if I say, hey man, my president cannot be an adulterer, or my president cannot be this. And I don't know, you said, but still, that's too personal. I'm just telling you for whatever it is, and I'm just naming stuff. If you know your president or the person you're voting for is a womanizer or an abuser or, you know, I don't know, whatever the fuck it may be that you don't, then why would you vote for him? Because then that means you're condoning his actions. You're condoning whatever it is that he's on. Again, I know this is going to be a little difficult for some people because everybody is so gung-ho to vote. You know, when you're running for the president of the MC, you start recruiting people, like my man Cameo said, to get on your side. To get on your side. To get on your side. Are you qualified to vote? Even right now in America, are you qualified? Do you even know what's going on? Do you spend any amount of time trying to watch and understand the political, all of the bullshit? I know I don't. I go to my dad, hey dad, what the fuck going on, man? What these niggas talking about? Oh, blah, 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 left wing, right wing, left, red wing, gold wing, Honda, all that. Yeah, they doing this, they doing, oh, okay. Boom. What I need to know, all right, boom, boom. Do you even understand what's going on? Do you even understand the direction of the club? Do you know the founders? Have you as a founder, what was your direction for the club? What did you see for this club? Why was our club started and why we didn't join another club that was already started? You feel what I'm saying? What adversaries have we faced? What have we come through? You know, what have we accomplished? These are things you need to know as a voter. These are the things you need to know before you vote. These are the things you need to know, and these are the things you need to be, and these are the things that you need to be standing on. And you need to be able to stand on your vote, your decision, for whatever the fuck reason it is. I don't need to know who you vote for. Hey man, who you voting for, homie? I'm gonna vote for Big Sale because he real cool. He, you know. Plus, I know Big Sale ain't gonna really make us ride like that. If you vote for old boy, he gonna be talking that ride and shit, and I ain't with that ride and shit. You feel what I'm saying? You got to be strong enough and you know, strong enough and bold enough to stand on your decision to vote for whatever reason you're voting on. So these are the things that are important, man, in the MC. A lot of you MCs are falling by the wayside because you don't have the right person at the head of the table. A lot of you MCs are falling by the wayside because you might got the right person at the head of the table, but he ain't got nobody in the other chairs at the table to even give a fuck about him being the right person at the table. Because a lot of y'all are MCing blindly. You just there. I'm just, man, listen, I don't give a fuck about I don't care who the president or who the VP, man. I'm shit. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just don't fuck with me, man. You know, ain't got my dues. I'm gonna just pay my shit for the whole year. I ain't gotta worry about the shit. I ain't gotta see you niggas. I'm gonna pay my dues. I just don't want a motherfucker calling me talking about I own punk ass $20 or punk ass $50. Cause you know how it get when you owe a motherfucker something. It's a punk ass this or a punk ass that, old filthy ass this, old stinking ass that. So yeah, man, fuck. I don't even want them to ask me about that old stinking ass $20 a month. Hey man, go mine for the whole year. You know. A lot of y'all are in motorcycle clubs doing the bare minimum just to be in the club. Doing the bare fucking minimum. Just to be in the club. So I'm trying to parlay all this together. Today's vote, how important today's vote is, how important it is to vote for the president of your MC and the cabinet of your MC. All of it is important. So we're talking about who are you to even be voting? Do you have a right to vote? Do you have what it takes to vote? Do you understand who you need to be at in order to vote? Again, I've seen situations where it's election day and now we're in a meeting. Our regular meeting normally averages about 22 people. The club got 150 on the roster. Our regular meeting averages about 22 people. Today in the meeting, we got all 148. We got 148 out of 155 members in the building. Like, damn. Oh, you motherfuckers showed up to vote. But you ain't seen these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers have missed several meetings, several events, several occasions, several rides. They done missed all kind of shit. Dudes is this and this, up and down, and all of that. But they got the phone call. Hey man, I need you to come on in and vote. You know, I know you ain't been around. I know you ain't been on your motorcycle in a while, but I need you to come to the meeting Sunday and vote. Hey man, I need you to come next week. I'm gonna need you to come through and vote, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, because you know, blah. Then you go to gossip and you know, bad mouthing your opponent, your club brother, your opponent / club brother, or your opponent / club sister. You go to bad mouthing. You know that bitch a hoe. You know that bitch. If she get the president, all she want to do is get in free because the bitch ain't got no money. You know the bitch broke. You know what I'm saying? The bitch get food stamps. You know how y'all talk about a motherfucker. You know how y'all do it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't telling you nothing brand new. You know how y'all do it. You know what it is. This is dog-eat-dog world, man. You feel me? Yeah. So, who are you? Are you qualified to vote in your MC? Do you understand the importance of the vote? Do you understand that when you do make this vote, that you're putting somebody in a position to lead you, to be an example for you, to be an example of you, to be a representation of you, of what you stand for? You feel what I'm saying? To be the person that will make a decision on war or peace. How many of you guys trust your president to make that decision, whether we go to war or whether we have peace? Well, you voted for him. This is who you put in there. You knew he was a young Thundercat. You knew he was a hothead. You feel what I'm saying? You knew he was this, you knew he was that, but this is who you put in there. So it just all boils down to being qualified to vote. Don't just be in your MC voting for popularity. Because let me show you how that works. Let me show you how when you vote for popularity, let me show you how that turns out, voting for popularity. You got a person in the club. He's fun, he's energetic, he's loudmouth, he's doing his thing, he got a few dollars. You know, he knock all the bitches. Or she in the club, you know, she big booty, light skin, all the niggas, you know, they draw to her, you know what I'm saying? She knock all the niggas. Yeah, she knock all the niggas, you know, vice versa. And, you know, she out there, she popping, she doing this, and, you know, she done made several threats. I wish a bitch would. He done made, man, I'll fuck a nigga, you know, all this old shit that, you know, all this old fly shit we do. All this old fly shit we do. You know, it goes down. So, when it comes time to vote, you don't even have no understanding of who this person really is. All you know is shit, they make me laugh when we go places, blah, 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 you know, they this, they that. So you fuck around and vote for them. You know, you fuck around and you go on and vote for them, and, you know, now he or she is in office. And guess what? He or she, hold on, let me turn it down. And guess what? He or she ain't cut to lead nobody. He or she ain't qualified to lead nobody. He or she out there popping and then put you a whole entire motorcycle club in a whole entire wreck that you can't get out of. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Understand that. That's how important your vote is. And that's why you don't vote for popularity. The person that most likely will be your president or your vice president or whatever may or may not be the most popular person in the club. They may or may not be the most funniest person in the club. But they got solid morals and principles. They can communicate, because as a leader, you have to be able to communicate. I don't care how cool you are, how fly you are. If you can't hold a conversation with another club president or another, you know, person to get you in or out of a situation, it's going to be trouble. You have to be a communicator. You have to be somebody that understands reason and rationale and the whole. You have to be that. Of course, they got to be firm. You damn sure don't want no pussy ass nigga or no pussy ass bitch as your president. You damn sure want a motherfucker that's going to stand his ground. You want a motherfucker that's going to say you ain't finna do shit to him. You feel what I'm saying? You want all that, but it has to be a person that knows how to communicate. Period. You don't want no idiot leading you and taking you nowhere. All right. So, like my man Cameo called it earlier, was talking about when you run for president, you should have to give your where are we taking the club, directions, etc. Well, one thing I'm gonna tell you is this: every member should be campaigning all year long, and I'm gonna explain that. Every member of the MC should be and is campaigning all year long. And you're doing that by your actions. You're doing that by your interactions. You're doing that by your writing. You're doing that by keeping your mouth closed when it's time to keep your mouth closed. You're doing that by speaking up when it's time to speak up. You're doing that by being at the clubhouse and working without being asked to work. You're doing that by riding your motorcycle out there on the ground. You feel what I'm saying? You're campaigning every day. You know who the founders are. You done talked to them. You done got the direction of the club. You're learning protocol. You're learning etiquette. MC etiquette. You're learning the game. That's your campaign for a presidential election. That is how you campaign. When it's time to make a suggestion, you don't sit on your hands. You make the suggestion and let it be known. When it's time to correct something, or when it's a problem, you don't just always speak on the problem, but you're speaking on the problem with the solution. You don't just come with the problem, you come with the solution. See, a lot of y'all are so quick to point out, man, my club members ain't doing this, and my club members ain't doing, okay, well, motherfucker, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because it just ain't all on your club members, it's also on you as well. So that's what you do. You campaign all year long for these positions, whether you know it or not. Because I'm watching you and you watching me. I'm like, man, shit. Sal would be a damn good president, man. He quiet, he this, he that, man. I seen him handle this, I seen him handle that. He good at home with his family, whatever it may be, whatever it is. All year long, you're campaigning by just simply doing what you're supposed to do in the MC. Some going further and beyond, some doing bare minimum. You feel what I'm saying? But just simply by being you. That is how you campaign to be an MC. Hey, say, man, we're going to pay some commercial breaks and we'll be right back, man.
Montana Cigar Company sells premium cigars and accessories. Located in Union City, Georgia at 4641 Flat Shoals Road, Suite C, Union City, Georgia 30291. Montana Cigar Company offers a smooth, laid-back, serene, mature adult environment for cigar aficionados. Discounts for all the first responders, military, teachers, and nurses. Come enjoy your favorite games and boxing matches on our big screen TVs. We also have a poker table where you can come and try your luck.
Select Luxury Cars, proud sponsor of the FHO Podcast Live Show. The most diverse luxury vehicle selection in the greater Atlanta area. The highest quality customer service and unmatched nationwide pricing. Contact Mike Goodall at 678-855-2292 to schedule your appointment today. Select Luxury Cars, trusted family dealer since 1994.
Say, man.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
God damn. It's Big Sal. What that mouth do besides tell the truth on FHO Podcast Radio.
Say, man, we're back. We're talking about your right to vote. What is it? What do you have to have? What qualifications you have to have in order to vote? When should you vote? How you should vote? What you should stand on when it comes to voting? We're talking about that in the MC, and we're talking about how a lot of you guys votes. You're voting with your eyes closed. You're voting based on homeboy, based on the cool dude or based on trying to be in the circle. But you're not voting on what's best for the club. And when you do that, you hurt the MC. When you put somebody at the head of the table that doesn't have the respect of the men from him, simply him just being a man. When you put somebody at the head of the table who divides the club. When you put somebody at the head of the table who has his own way, he don't give a fuck about the way of the club. He has his own agenda. He has his own, he gonna do it his way no matter what. When you do these things, you hurt the club, period. And as a voter, these are the things that you should consider when it comes to voting for the president of your MC. Your vote is that important. But in order for you to vote, you have to be active. You have to be knowledgeable. You have to know who is and who isn't. You have to be a person that is a participant. You have to be someone who is, again, fully active in the MC. Like I told you, I've seen it so many times before where our roster may say 150 members. The average meeting only has 22 to 25 members, but on the day of election, we got all 148 members in the building. Because the person that's running, is he calling and he campaigning that, hey man, I just need you to come vote for me, man. And no MC should be able to do absentee ballot. If you're not present, then your vote should not count. Period. You can't mail it in, and you can't, because, he overseas. Okay, if he overseas, that means he don't know what the fuck is going on over here, because he over there. If he over there, how the fuck he know what's going on over here in order to vote? Period. So, again, these are the things that should be considered when you're nominating a person for the president of your MC. And then, like my man said earlier, what are you standing on? What do you believe in? What are you going to do for the club different that, that's going to, take us into the next generation, into the new millennium, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Just different things and questions that you should be asked. A president should be a person that's strong and fearless when it comes to standing for what you guys believe in. He should damn sure know the bylaws. He should definitely be a person that has moral and ethics and, and is respected out here on the street. All these things he damn sure should be. Period. Hands down, no questions asked. No compromise. He should be a no compromise individual. You feel what I'm saying? But the troops, the members, the riders, they should be able to be somebody that they want to follow and they want to respect. He should be knowledgeable when it comes to MC business. He should be knowledgeable in communicating with other MCs. He should know to be able to make phone calls to other MCs. These are all the different things that he should know. So when it comes to voting, this is how important your vote is. Because if you don't vote, then you get the knucklehead in there as president. The knucklehead goes out, disrespects another president, and boom, now you got an issue. Your club against their club. But if you do vote, but you have not been a full participant in the MC, then you voting blindly for somebody because based on a phone call or based on what shit I know, Sell cool as a motherfucker, man. I'm gonna vote for Sell. But you don't even know if Sell can read or write. You never even seen Sell write a letter. You never even seen him do nothing. You don't even know how Sell done deal with his dues. Yeah. All of these things matter. Because if I ain't paying dues as a member, what the fuck I'm gonna do as a president? These are just different things, man. And again, however you run your MC is how you run your MC. But as a voter, you have a responsibility to play. You have a responsibility to make sure that when you do vote, you're voting not half-assed, but that you're voting based on what you stand for, and you're voting based on what the individual stands for. And you're voting, more importantly, what's based on the club, what the club stands for. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of us get misconstrued and say, well, I'm going to take the club in this direction. I'm going to take the club in that direction. No. What direction does the club want to go in? Is this in line with the direction of the founders, with the people that created the whole movement? You know, it's just different things like that, man, that we have to be careful of when it comes to this voting. Even now, like I said, when you go out here to vote now, are you voting just because somebody told you to vote and you don't want to be looked at as, a person that don't want to vote. And if you're not going to vote, can you stand on that? Man, I ain't voting. I don't give a fuck about voting. This shit. Okay, well, stand on it then. That's what's important, is to have some type of moral compass, some type of moral, fortitude that it is what it is. You feel me? But again, one of the worst things that you could do in the MC, like I said, is be ill prepared as a voter and vote for somebody based on popularity. Vote for somebody based on your homeboy. You might be my homeboy, but motherfucker, you couldn't lead me nowhere. Period. I fuck with you, but I'm not finna follow you. Yeah. I mean, you are cool as a motherfucker, but you ain't finna lead me nowhere. Fuck you know what I'm saying? As a president, a person, and again, it takes time. Like I said, I don't know how your club is set up, but there should be a time when you don't even think about running for president for 5, 6, or 7 years yet, and that's being a member in good standings. Not just because you got people who've been in the club 10 years. It ain't been shit. Ain't did shit, ain't made no name for themselves. And it ain't even about making a name for themselves. But I'm saying you've been in the club 10 years and don't nobody even know you. You barely come around. You barely ride your motorcycle. We barely see you. Yeah, you current on your dues and you make the mandatory minimums, or you do the makeup, so whatever the fuck it may be. But you ain't participated in this club. You have given this club absolutely nothing. You've given this club nothing. But you want to be a president. I've been in the club 10 years. Okay, well, you've been in the club 10 years, but what have you done? What have you suggested? What was your input in the anniversary party? What was your input in our annual event? In our charity event? What was your input? You didn't have none. You ain't never had an input. Leaders lead with input. Leaders lead with suggestions. Leaders lead with solutions for problems. Presidents, that's what they do. Presidents don't always solve the problem, but they got people around them that they can depend on to help solve the problem. Presidents listen. You got somebody at the head of your table, and he got his own agenda. He don't give a fuck what you say. He gonna follow his agenda. Period. Man, fuck the bylaw. I know what the bylaws say, but that shit, that's some old shit. We're gonna do it this way. Well, no. A president should know how to go in there, take the bylaws you got now, rewrite them, and put them in the direction that you guys want to go in. But as a voter, as the person to vote, the actual vote, that is so important when you're making a vote. But like I said, if you haven't been a loyal participant in the MC, if you haven't rode your motorcycle, for those of y'all that just tuning in, I said this earlier, what if you can only vote by miles? In other words, if the club say, hey, 8,000 miles a year minimum you had to have on the ground in order to vote. And in order to be a president, you have to have 15,000 miles a year minimum in order to be a president. How many of y'all would be able to vote? How many of your club brothers would be able to vote? Shit, some of y'all clubs, like I said earlier, wouldn't even be in existence because ain't none of y'all got 8,000 miles. So I'm just saying. But like I said, being on the ground, because everybody says, oh, still, everybody can't ride like you. I understand that. But that's why you don't have the connections that I have. That's why you don't know the people that I know. That's why you can't go some of the places that I can go, because you haven't rode your motorcycle. Because it ain't that serious to you. It ain't that important to you. I got other shit to do. And that's kudos to you. Fine, bro. Do what the fuck you got to do. But don't knock me for doing what I do and how I do it. Period. That is one of the biggest mistakes we make. You want to knock the motherfucker that's out there on the ground, riding his motorcycle, putting it down with your patch on his back. You feel what I'm saying? Making alliances, making connections, making friends, making introductions and all that. You want to knock him because because he's bringing attention to you not riding your motorcycle. So when he come up for election, which is probably the best candidate for the job, because he has the connections, he has the communication skills, he has made and met all the right people, so that when we get into a phone call, we need to go somewhere, we need to turn the corner, we can turn the corner, because guess what? The president know everybody on that block. I mean, what about going over there? The president know everybody. They good with president, they good with us. Because he stands on something. He stands on something. He's moral. His word is firm. Man, listen, man. When you're voting in your MC, be knowledgeable of the MC. Be knowledgeable of the candidate. Don't just vote for your homeboy because it's cool he your homeboy. Because I know a lot of homeboys, they got their homeboys dead in the ground right now, 6 feet deep, because he followed the homie. That's the homie. You know damn well the homie is a damn fool. You know the homie trigger happy. You know the homie probably done robbed or did rob somebody or stole something from a motherfucker, but that's the homie, you follow him anyway. Listen. Understand what this whole thing is all about. Understand what this whole thing is all about. Your vote. And that's what I'm on here to talk about today. I'm on here to talk about how important your vote is. But more importantly, I wanted to add this part to it, is how important is it before you get to the vote? How important is it for you to be in order as an individual, as a member of this MC, female or male, as a member of this MC, in order to vote? How qualified are you to vote in this MC? Yeah, you're a full patch member. Yeah, you in here. Yeah, you do your thing, but we ain't never seen you. What have you contributed? What do you know? What do you believe? You know, we don't even know what you stand for. We don't even know what it is, because you the motherfucker. Like I said, every MC got man. Shit, I don't give a fuck who the president, man. Just as long as they don't fuck with me, man. I pay my dues up for a whole year. That way they ain't even got to call me with that little petty ass shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I come when I come, and I do what I want to do, and I leave when I want to leave, because the motherfucker can't tell me shit. Like I said, in the pro-B prospect, when a person is pro-B and they're trying to get to your club, the representative that he got in front of me, you tell that motherfucker to ride to the moon, he's gonna get on this motorcycle, get it, and try to find his way best to get to the moon. But when they get that patch on, say, man, next year, ride, we're going to the moon. God damn, how much that's, man, shit, man, where we going, man? Man, fuck that, man, shit, how much money that, you can't make me spend money I ain't got, you can't make, man, it's excuses after motherfucking excuses after motherfucking excuses. But when you was a pro-B, before you could vote, shit, you was better than you was a better member then than you is now. But again, I just want to speak on voting in your MC, just like in today right now. I don't care who you vote for. I'm not even going to mention the candidate's name in the world right now. I just told you why I'm not voting for the person that I'm voting for. And that's what I'm standing on. In everything you do when you vote in your MC, have something to stand on. Have a principle and a moral, what your president should and should not be. Period. He should be whoever you need him to be, ethically wise, moral wise, spiritual, whatever it is that he, because understand this. This is the man you're voting for, who is going to be responsible for your livelihood while you MC him. This is the person. This is your representative. This is the person that you're voting for to represent you. So you should know who this is. When you're voting, you don't just, man, fuck it. I got Cell or Snowman. Fuck it, I'm going to vote for Snowman. Snowman way more funny than Cell. Fuck it. But is Snowman qualified? What is his qualifications? What is he standing on? What does he know? Does he know the rules and regulations in the background? And Snowman is a hell of a president to have. Shout out to my man Snowman, president of ATL Rare Breed, one of my mentors. Trust me, damn good nigga, knowledgeable, well-known, communicator, connections, connected, all of that, period. So, I'm just saying, your vote counts for all of those different reasons that I spoke on earlier today. Your vote counts because your vote is that important. If you dummy down your vote, then you dummy down your president. You dummy down your leader. You dummy down the face of the club. Again, before I go, I'm going to ask this question. What if you could only vote based on your miles? What if you can only vote based on your miles? What if you could only be a president or a vice president or whatever based on your miles? Would you be qualified to vote? Would you be qualified to vote? Listen, man, that's my time. I want you guys to understand how serious this stuff is, voting in the real world and voting for your MC, making sure that the people who represent you can handle you or like you, everything, okay? All right, that's it, man. It's your boy, Big Cell, FHOH, and I see I'm real. Like I said, I've been bam, bam, bam. I've been running every day. I'm still here. I'm tired. I got to go do some stuff now. Got to get over to the House of Hogs and get some stuff done. I got to get over here and do some other stuff, man. Voting for your MC. Don't just vote for your homeboy. Don't just vote because it's cool. He cool. He gave you some weed. You know, he always buy you drinks. Anytime he worked the bar, he slide you a free soda. Don't just vote for him. Vote for your representative. Vote for the person that has to be you when you are not there. Vote for the person that has to make the decisions for you when you can't make the decisions for yourself. Vote for the person that's going to get you to your destination when you don't even know where the destination is. Vote for the person that's going to be able to make the phone call you need in order to get done what you need to get done. That's who you vote for, and that's how you vote. It's your boy, Big Cell, FHOHNIC. Man, don't forget to donate to the channel. All of your donations go towards the channel. We need you. We can't do it without you. I know y'all hear me say it all the time. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel, FHO Atlanta GA. I need you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, put in your information, and then subscribe to the FHO Atlanta GA channel. It is so important. That is our mission for next year. Also, I'm going to announce our new mission for next year. FHO has. We're going to bring a whole new get down for next year. This is a movement that should sweep the country. Anybody that's motorcycling should get on board with this movement. So stand by for that. Waiting on my final designs and some other stuff. But listen, man, I love y'all. Hey, man, thank everybody for my pop's birthday shout-outs. Thank everybody for my daughter's her wedding congratulations and all that stuff, man. Just thank you guys all. It's been a hell of a week for us. And it just is what it is, man. Thank everybody for just living, man. I thank you all. I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. It's your boy, man. Big Cell, FHOHNIC, man.
God damn. It's Big Cell. What that mouth do besides tell the truth on FHO Podcast Radio.
Hey, cocksucker. Yeah, you. Knock it off. Sit your ass down.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
You think we playing?
And I ain't playing no.
You better listen up.
It's the FHO Live Podcast, where the truth will be told. We promise you that.
What are you doing on the Big Cell in the FHO Radio?
Say, man, until next time, I love y'all, man. Get out and vote, do what you gotta do. And then with it, ride your motherfucking motorcycle, man. It's going down FHO style, man. Love you guys. Peace.
FHO. Shit. Let's roll. FHO. 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 Sound in your radio. FHO. FHO. FHO.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.